Welcome to another edition of Totally Awesome Fishing, where we try and get you easy tips, get you out there catching fish. I'm here at Whatmore Farm Fishery in Hampshire. I'm going to be using a link ledger technique, which some of you might not have heard about. It's dead simple, very effective. Ledgering on the bottom with some, wait for it, wow, it's got to be simple with me, isn't it? Bread. Let's get cracking. Alright then, this is simple. You need some ground bait to get those carp rooting around on the bottom. I'm going to be using a loaf of white bread, mushed up, pulped up with your hands, nice and wet like that. Get it into a glue and then add some bran with it, which binds it up. Now, the reason I like the bran here, A, is a binding agent, but B, it also got, you know, there's little particles, little flaky bits, they rise up in the water as well, and they feed off the roach. And if you can get those roach feeding, then that activity will bring the carp in, it will draw them in, they're used to that. And then, there you go. Good old white fluffy stuff, nice bit of white bread. But let's show you what the link ledger is first. It's pretty simple, but I tell you what, it can catch. I'm using my good old trusty Avon rods, a pair of these, just over a pound and a quarter test curve, fixed ball reel. It's loaded with 4-pound line and 5-pound line respectively. I've set up a pair of old Optonics, which to those of you of tender years won't know what they are, but they're one of the first electric bite alarms to come out, and these are about 30 years old, and they're just about still squeaking a bit of a noise out of them. And I've got it set up like this. Now this is quite important. I want you to see exactly how this is set up, because you don't need any restrictions on the line flow when you get the bite. Now then, you can see I've got these rods pretty low to the ground. Some of the carp guys have them up high. Not too many put them, you know, at this angle, but I want the line to run straight through the rings, straight out to where I'm fishing, so it's this little angle on the rod tip that I'm trying to reduce any sort of restriction or drag through these rings. I want it all going straight, and it goes right down there, just out to where I'm fishing, which is about a rod length out, and that's about the distance you want to set them. A lot of people think that's too far apart, but it's not, trust me, because I want to be back from the water because I'm fishing in there close. I want to be nice and quiet. And then, for bite indication, I've got the audible bite alarm, and I've got these little white bite indicators I make up. But let me show you how I put them on. Now these bite indicators are dead simple. They're just off the spine of books, which all join those plastic notebooks you can get. Cut them into sections, and they spring open like this, so you can pop them around the line. But what I do is, I'm going to move this setup further down to the water, so my rod tips are actually almost touching the water. I pop them on like this. That's my bite indication visually. Switch on the alarms, and then it goes up and down like this, and you get the normal audible bite alarm, as you see. But what I do like to keep is I like to keep the angle here, so that it pulls the line over the angle of the wheel that runs the paddles, that breaks the circuit and makes the actual beep, because that makes it very sensitive. I don't like it up here, because occasionally you can see I could get a bite and it's missing the wheel. I want it down at that angle. So when you set your bobbins up, whatever you do, keep them down close to the wheel on the bite alarm. If it's windy, all you got to do is, we use this as a guide, you can get a piece of coat hanger wire just like that, and you can spike it so it doesn't blow around. When I get the rods all set up like this, so I've got good support with them, what I like to do is adjust this back butt rest and slide it up, raising it up until the tips are pointed right towards the water, which is about there, about 3 inches off the water. Then I can watch the bow in the line from the rod top for a bite, the white indicator, and if I look away at something, a buzzard flying over or somebody else catching a fish, I've got the audible bite alarm as well. So this is the link ledger. It's sliding up and down. Here I've got basically a number 2 carp hook barbless on the end, 15 inches up. I've got a split shot, say a BB, then a number 10 black barrel swivel, and there's the link. That's the link, about 4 or 5 inches. SSG or swan shot there, but of course I can pinch that off, I can free line, or I can add to it, put extra weights on there if I want to. But the main thing is that 4 inches there to the shot allows a fish to move around before it even feels any resistance at all, and they move off confidently. The other way of doing it is, if you want to cast a bit farther, the problem using that BB stop shot And so when you cast with a big bait and a bit of extra lead, it slides on the line. So the temptation is to get it in your teeth and really bite down hard to stop it sliding. That's really dumb, because you've weakened the line, and trust me, when you get a big fish on, you are going to lose it. So what I do if I'm distance fishing using bigger baits and bigger leads, I put another barrel swivel in there. That's my stop. So the first swivel comes up against it like that. That's my stop swivel. Then I've still got the same, about 12-15 inches to my big carp hook, number 2 barbless carp hook. So that's your stop, and obviously that you can cast halfway across the lake if you want, and it's not going to move. It's not going to move under impact casting. Right, baiting up sequence. How easy can it get? A slice of bread, a hook, but we're talking a big piece of bread. I'm going to take a piece out about twice the size of a 50p piece. It's a nice big flaky piece like that. And what we're going to do is fold the hook in the middle of it, pinch the edges, just compress it slightly, but pinch the bit around the line pretty hard so that won't cast off. And you want it to sink and just draw it slowly. Don't keep bumping it along. You want it to soak up the water but not come off the hook. That's the important thing. Alright, here we go. This is the mix going in. It's pretty sloppy. I like to keep it sloppy and mushy like this, you know. It's pretty yucky. Most people wouldn't even dream of using it as wet as this. But I want it to break up on impact and cloud as it goes down and just lay on the bottom gently. So little small golf ball size pieces. Spray it out. I'm only fishing about 2 rod lengths out here. A lot of people are sort of trying to cast to Australia, but I want it to sink and go down slowly and lay on the bottom with a big carpet and a few of the bigger bits of bread just to lay on top of that bran. I want the roach eating the bran, and I want the carp seeing that action of the roach, coming in, investigating and sucking up the big pieces of flake. Now then, folks, I can trust you. I know you won't tell anybody. You're my friends. This is my secret. This is the totally awesome secret. You can have a load of ground bait bits all over your hands. Just drop them where you can see it on the bottom, where it's breaking up. And forget about it till the end of the session, you know, till you're getting about an hour from packing up. And you may well get a carp coming in just while I'm dropping it. I joke not, right in this close. So I'm just putting a little carpet out there. And if we do get anything come in, then you'll be able to see it and I'll be able to catch it. Hopefully. Just adjust that wheel. Get your bobbin on there, open it up and just set it up so it's rolling. Now I tighten up where that rests slack like that. I want to come tight to the bait, so I do this at the other end by turning the reel spool. And most important of all, you can either take the back wind off, so if a fish churns away you get what we call a churner. It takes a line out without dragging the tackle in. Always keep an eye on that so it doesn't overrun. Or just back the drag so you've got line being pulled off like that. So tighten up slowly and then just do the additional tightening by turning the spool till the bobbin is just off the ground. You don't want it laying on the ground because you can't see drop back bites. Well, I'm now effectively link ledgering with bread for carp. All we can do is wait for those roach to come on first, create the activity, draw in the carp, and when this sun starts to drop out the sky a bit, bearing in mind it's pretty cold out here anyway, it's going to take a while, but feel sure we're going to nail one. I'm on. 1 hour it took. It's a most peculiar fight. It's obviously not a roach, great big piece of flake like that. But the carp in this lake, you know what, Mar, they just are ballistic. They're like they're on steroids or something. I don't understand it. Unbelievable fish. And this, believe it or not, is a day ticket water. And I've only fished here. This is my second afternoon. I only fished here yesterday afternoon. And this is a nice fish. But is it going or what? It's on steroids. God, yeah. Oh, he's on the surface, out there, he's on the surface. How big is this fish? Barbless hooks, please don't come off. Oh, it looks very tasty. It looks very tasty, ladies. Just going to press. On the fish. That is every bit of a double figure. I'm going to weigh that one. What a beautiful fish. What a scrap. Link ledger bread, eh? That weighs 10, 11. It's off the ground. 11 pounds too. 11 pounds too. A great big fat, chunky. Oh, lovely carp that. What do you think? Is that worth link ledgering on an Ava rod? What a fight. Let's get it back and get another one. We're getting stripped out again, guys. We're getting stripped out again. We're on again. Link ledger bread. And it is not stopping at all. I've just struck it, put the camera on, it is taking me right out in the lake. Stopped. A bit more drag, be careful here. This one smoked about 30 yards of line off. And he's now digging around the side, right round there. So he's got my line up around the bushes, gotta be careful. Come on. Always remember, if you get a fish going in, you can get a lot more pressure by laying the rod down low and putting side strain on it. Because you're pulling from low, it actually turns the fish over. He's coming in now. Slow but sure. He says, oh no, 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 there's the boil on the surface. Oh, I don't think he's as big as the last one. That is another nice carp. Beautiful fish. Oh, yes please. Net, net, net. Here comes a net. Oh, don't fall off yet, don't fall off yet. Don't fall off yet, don't fall off yet. Get in it. Yes, please. Yeah, oh, I can't barely lift it. That is a double, folks. There we go. Now then, I think you people out there should have got the gist that link ledger bread, even in the winter, does work. The hook's fallen out. There's the hook. Look at that one. Another nice. I'll tell you what, this one is probably shading the doubles. He'll calm down. They're like a barrel. Oh, is he still fighting in here? They are so fit, these fish. Look at that one. Let me just show you across the back there. Calm down. Calm down, Eddie. There, look at that. Just look how thick that one is across the back. I mean, hello people. That is a fat fish. Great big chunky thing. Beautiful. Let's get him weighed up. Yeah, what a session. I only came for the afternoon. There you go. £11 two, £9 12. Now, I'm telling you, that is totally awesome. Link ledge of bread in the middle of winter. Until next time, good fishing. Look at that fish. Back we go. Oh, plenty of action on that one. Whew. You think I'm packing up now? No, I'm really naughty. I'm staying out late tonight. That's right. You know, I said I was going home. Very naughty boy, very naughty. I saw some fish moving in the swim, and I thought I'd try some bread just suspended off the bottom. And I've got one on a float, about a foot off the bottom, 2 feet, maybe 2 feet off the bottom. Just kept that ground bait sinking, 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 and he must have come up. No idea what size the fish is, but it's a good one. It's a good one. I just like to see it. Hate losing fish. I always hate losing fish when you can't see them. This one I might not be seeing. It's getting into bye-bye land. This kitty then, look at this kitty. And there, if I can get myself sorted out, there's the float I was using. Locking shot either side, straight through, £4 line. Size 2 hook, bit of bread, and another chunky. Semi-leather, I suppose you'd call that. Well, it's mirrors, but I call it a mirror. But what a lovely fish. That is a cracker. And that really could be the end of it for this session. Unless I have one of those fisherman's last casts. So it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from him.